if your baby died from an easily preventable disease. Since 2010, there has been between 10,000 and 50,000 cases of whooping cough each year in the United States, and about 10 to 20 babies have died that were too young to be fully vaccinated. Knowing the benefits of vaccinations will help you decide if you want to get your child vaccinated. Have you ever wondered why you don't hear about outbreaks of smallpox? That is because it was eradicated due to the administration of vaccines. Unfortunately, there are many other deadly diseases that have not yet been eradicated because not all children are being vaccinated. In the U.S., vaccine-preventable infections kill more individuals annually than HIV, AIDS, breast cancer, or traffic accidents combined. Even if the number of outbreaks here in the U.S. is low right now, it is not low in other countries. All it takes is one airplane ride to another country to bring the disease back here. Not only that, but vaccines have been proven safe. As with any kind of medication, there are always side effects. For the most part, they're minor, usually a sore arm or a low-grade fever, and they go away within a few days. The potential risks associated with the diseases that the vaccines prevent are much greater than the potential risks from the vaccine themselves. Vaccines go through years of testing before being licensed by the FDA. Both the CDC and FDA continue to monitor vaccines for safety after they are being licensed. Besides that, not only your child's life is at risk. Infants too young to be vaccinated, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems, such as those undergoing chemotherapy, and individuals with HIV are at risk because they are vulnerable to diseases. Also, sometimes, for an unknown reason, a person does not respond to a particular vaccine, leaving them unprotected. They are also at risk of being infected. Another reason is that vaccines also lower your risk of getting other certain diseases, such as the hepatitis vaccine can lower your risk of liver cancer, the HPV vaccine can lower your risk of cervical cancer, and the flu vaccine lowers your risk of influenza-related heart attacks or other flu-related complications. Lastly, vaccines save lives. Vaccines not only can save the life of the individual who received it, but everyone that comes in contact with them, by eliminating the spread of the disease from one area to another. The CDC estimates that vaccinations will prevent more than 21 million hospitalizations and 732,000 deaths among children born in the last 20 years. Now, there is a concern among some parents of the possible side effects of vaccines. While evidence has shown that vaccines are safe, many parents still opt to not have their children vaccinated. Some people have had concerns that autism may lead to autism, but studies have shown that there is no link between receiving vaccines and developing autism. Most medical researchers argue that it is a coincidence because autism symptoms tend to become apparent around the same time children start to get vaccinated. The other main concern is that vaccines contain poison. Aluminum gel or aluminum salts have been used in vaccines since the 1930s. Small amounts of aluminum are added to help the body build strong immunity to the vaccine. Aluminum is one of the most common metals found in the world. It is located in your air, the food that you eat, and the water that you drink. While infants receive about 4.4 milligrams of aluminum in the first 6 months of their life from vaccines, they receive more than that from their diet of formula and breast milk alone. Thimerosal is a mercury-containing compound that has been widely used as a preservative in vaccines and other drug products. It helps to prevent potentially life-threatening contamination with harmful microbes. The amount of thimerosal in some vaccines are only trace amounts and are not harmful to the body. Formaldehyde is a naturally produced compound in the human body as part of your normal functions. It is naturally occurring in some fruits and vegetables also, such as pears, apples, and mushrooms. Your body is able to metabolize the formaldehyde, and it doesn't stay in your bloodstream, therefore it doesn't harm you. And the amount of formaldehyde present in some vaccines is so small that it doesn't pose a safety concern. There's also no evidence linking cancer to infrequent exposure to tiny amounts of formaldehyde via injections as occurs with vaccines. Getting your child vaccinated is so important not only to protect them, but to protect everyone else around them. Hopefully with the knowledge you know now about vaccines, you will decide to vaccinate. Because not everyone around you is that strong, not everyone can fight those diseases, and not everyone has a choice to be vaccinated.